So once you throw out one stone, they come looking for you. This happened, that two schoolboys went camping and then they found… they were not very well equipped and they found mosquitoes and mosquitoes biting. They tried to cover themselves and sleep, but mosquitoes kept biting them here, there, everywhere, you know how mosquitoes are? You cover your feet, they'll bite your cheek. If you cover your cheeks, they bite your feet. You had that experience. So, they were struggling. And then after some time, unable to manage this, they opened their eyes and looked around. Then they saw some fireflies. Then one guy said, "We better give up. Now they've come with torches looking for us." This is how it is. This is called credit rating. Once you do one thing, they will try to spike you from every side. So having enough sense, how much time, how much energy, how much interest do I have in these things to engage myself? I'm not telling you only this much or that much, but you must make a judgment according to your requirement. You should not do like somebody else, according to your requirement. Even to arrive at this, you must be little away from everything for some time. If you come here and do 1 week of sadhana, we'll give you some special sadhana for each one of you. You sit here 1 week, silent, still. When you're very still and clear in your head, no any kind of compulsions, make a decision how much is needed in your life. Go by that. You don't have to go by my ways of doing things. By your way. Right now you're not going your way. You're just being driven just by anybody and everybody. Commercial agencies are driving you. That's not fair. Hello? Commercial agencies are deciding what you should do, what you should not do, how much loan you should take, all this. No, you decide how much is needed for you. Don't be in competition with somebody, because that's not the way life works. Life is about consciousness, not about concerns, not about competition, not about coercing yourself or somebody else to do something. Life is about being conscious. Only if you're conscious, we can label you, the regular lady, as a human being. Otherwise, you're a human creature driven by compulsions. So, wonderful to have all of you here, but there was also that part of that question, what is enlightenment, how, whatever. Let me read a little poem for you. This is called Salt Doll. You might have read this before, probably. Salt Doll. In search of truth, did I go back and forth, wandered through mountains, bathed in rivers sacred with the pious. Whichever way the blind pointed, with hope and zest me travelled. Every which way I smelled the scent, but round and round is all I went. Wasted lives to know the one who is not, but the feverish pitch of seeking would cease not. What does it take to fathom the ocean? Even fish or whale is clueless of the ocean. It is only the salt that can be ocean. A salt doll I became, just a plunge made me the ocean. So you know I'm not prejudiced against women. You know that or no? Yes. If you know that only I will speak, otherwise I'll… Yes. In this process, in the very beginning we were talking about how even a fetus anchors you in such a way that you are helplessly… it's not a choice anymore. So in that process, a woman is lot more anchored to her physicality than a man. Because without that, probably our mothers would have thrown us out of the window. Only because of that anchor, that no matter what we did, it carried on. You were quite terrible, huh? But still she did all that because she was also helpless, connected, beyond conscious wish, connected. So, that is fine, that is the structure of life. But you shouldn't get into that pattern, you must know when to work yourself out of that, particularly women. Because you can go on endlessly with the same concerns to the last breath. This unfortunately is true with a large segment of women. Not that men are all enlightened something, I'm just saying there is a little biological factor which makes you like that, always little concerned about your body, always little concerned about your physiological framework. So you have to be little more on sadhana than men. Because biology takes little more tearing to release you. It won't release you so easily, it has a grip on you in a certain way. This is natural process, it's not your mistake. It's a natural process to see that the race perpetuates, the species perpetuates. I must tell you this because on this day it's important. When in 1996, November, December, that time, the time that Viji had fixed for herself is coming close. I'm trying to play the woman's role and tell her, you still have a child, 7-year-old, I'm okay, but the girl, she's only 7. Not yet 7 at that time, few months short of 7. You can postpone it. I will support you, some other time you can do it, not now, the girl is only 7. Then she said, it's way beyond her normal wisdom. She said, see, as a mother, everything that I can do, I have done for her as a little girl, as a child. But what I see is, now she's only 7, but I see the way she is, her intelligence, her way she's moving around with you. I know there is nothing more I can add. I've given her love, I've given her comfort, I absolutely love her, but I see that I don't think I can contribute anything more to her. Only thing I will do is trying to entangle her with me. I just bowed down to her. I said, this is too much wisdom. This is too much for a woman with a 7-year-old girl to say. Then I said, I have no argument for this. Well, I'm just saying, there have been many great women, probably in these parts of the world, that kind of thing was not encouraged, or if they were there, they never came to light. I'm sure they were there, but they never came to light because they were suppressed or they were obscure. But in the East, there are many thousands of women in the past who rose as great sages and saints, different in their way of operation, but they rose, nobody could stop them because the culture allowed it, the society allowed it. I think today all societies in the world largely, except unfortunately a few, which you are not a part of any